Welcome to Day Weekly Dose with your boy OG Flexer. As you know, we're always on up to something. So today I'm cooking something different. But before you know what's happening. So uh, I'll be updating you. As you have seen, there has been a huge strike at the University of Western Cape, which I believe it was for the right reason because the students have been complaining for years. Students have been complaining for weeks and months, but their mandate was not taken seriously. They then therefore decided to take things into their own hands, which is for the valid reason. I personally support what's happening because it goes to what I was saying earlier on when I said we come from places where like you fight for everything, until now fighting is the only language that you understand, and this is what I meant because when you try to talk to these people and you tell them this is what are your concerns, they're not going to take you seriously until you then decide to fight for yourself. So the students are really really much living in not in a harsh conditions there at at Unibel. So, the conditions or the conditions that students are subjected to is not humane. It's not something that we can say is a good thing. So, them fighting for what they believe is right, it's a good thing to actually take a stance. And until this is resolved, uh, they should actually continue voicing out. So yeah, that's what is that was one of the reasons why the students are actually fighting. We also saw the media that came to actually even the parliament was there on the ground to check what's happening. That shows that they really support the students and they want to know why the students were actually doing what they're doing. So them coming to support the student, that was also something that's very 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 much appreciated. When we look at student concerns across all the country, all the students, we have something in common, which is the struggle. It can be student accommodation struggle, it can be registrations, so this is one of the things that we have, which is the crisis, and this crisis needs someone who's going to take a stance, and there's someone that I'm referring to is the students, and the student can be anyone, it can be me, it can be you, anyone that says, okay, this is wrong and I'm going to fight for it. Like I said on the previous episode, if you feel like what you're fighting for is worth it, then you need to stand on it and you should not be afraid of anything or anyone. It's the same thing as your idea, your views, your ideology. Uh, so that's my stance. But when we also look at on the entertainment space, on everything that's been happening, we have seen that there's a lot of things that's happening because when we look at Cass and Nota, I'm not sure if they were actually teasing each other or that's actually a business move. Nota said he owns Biliato, and Cass was like, allegedly, this is my boss. So, such you won't, because remember, one thing that you must also know is that these two people are actually business people. Not as a businessman, Cass is a businessman. So it's like, for me, I don't really think that's actually beef. I think that's more like a business move than actually what it is. And I do believe that Notre does has shares in Biliato, and him trying to, or him saying what he's saying, he might actually mean it, but he's saying it in a way of he's promoting this bottle because he knows when he talks about the bottle and he says he owns Biliato, obvious people are going, it's like it's going to cross traffic in the media, and people are now actually trying will go and buy the bottle. And when they buy the bottle, he also gets to get profit out of it. So for me, that's not really like a beef. That's more like a business move. So that guy is a very businessman, man. So he doesn't like say something just for fun. He says because it's either there's a negotiations that's going on or there's a deal that has been done in the back door. So that's more like a business move for me. So and also when you look at I saw DJ Maporis and Cubs that they were on Ibiza. I'm not sure if that was I think it was like a festival, And when I saw their performance or their play, it was not looking good. And people were questioning on tweet like, is this the end of Amapiano? On my view, uh, I don't think this is the end of Amapiano. Yes, then people might not have felt that said, but that does not mean that that is the end of Amapiano, because you must also understand that Amapiano, it's a movement, it's a culture, it's the people. So this is a lifestyle. So people talk about their lifestyle, people talk about their experience. So because of that reason, Amapiano won't die. Amapiano will still go, because even now, I'm not sure if you noticed, I saw Offset was doing a dance challenge at Amaporis. So that's a sign to show you how impactful or how big Amapiano it is national or and also international. So Amapiano is not something that is going to die anytime soon. So people must not think Amapiano will die, because Amapiano is a lifestyle, it's a culture. And also when I come back to the local, I've seen the hot money welele opse. Chakatola just released the song. Man, I feel like people are not tapped in with Casper rap, and Casper rap is one of the raw and authentic music, because it is the only genre that speaks about real life. It is the only genre that speaks about what's happening out there. And for me to see Chakatola releasing, because but Kasili Kulisi Luyas ish. So man, like Uchakatola is the one of the authentic hot money. We grew up listening to his music. His music is raw. His music is like pure talented. It tells about the real struggle, things that you see. Yeah, bro. So yeah, but fair to big up to the hot man. If you haven't checked it, you can go check it and stream his song, and you will hear the message. Yeah, bro. When I looked at it, I also saw that local talent is very underrated. Like people don't take local talent seriously, in a sense that we have seen Liz Phonic Beat is signed without him actually knowing who signed him. That means there is someone that's actually making money out of his name without his consent. And for me, that's like, okay, you can actually sue this person, because if someone used his name and they signed whatever that they signed, and then they distribute his music and they make money through his name and he does not know, you can actually sue the person and you can get this money back, you can get his royalties back. But such information, our local artists or upcoming artists, they don't actually know, they are not exposed to that extent. So that's also one of the things that we have. I feel like if we can take creatives and then we put them in class and then we teach them about their industry, that okay, as an artist, this is what you must. It's like they must learn the business side of their craft. Yes, you have the talent, yes, you have the gift, but now you need to learn the business side of it. It's like the podcast. Everyone can be a podcast, but if you don't know the business side of the podcast, then there's nothing that you can get. uh, which is very difficult to actually make money through this platform. But you need to have passion and purpose for it, and you need to grow with it. And each and every upload you get to learn something new. Each and every upload you get to do something. You improve something, you improve, and you keep improving. They improve, they like you don't stop. You grow each and every single upload. So there's been a lot of things that is happening. I also saw Abu Sima and Munaga. They have a new show. I really I watched their episode. It was good. Actually, it was good because they were trying to let us come into their world, where they were telling us about who they are and all that and how they started. And Munaga, I can see she's one of them. She's smart, man, because the way she like preserves her ideas, the way she says her ideas and views, you can actually see she's coming from a world of experience. And I also like Viral Africa, which is the agency which is to link the creatives and the parents. So that's one of the things that I can see I'm really tapped in. I'm really tapped in. I'm also tapped into the underground rap. Like I posted something and people were like, "Yo, man, what do you mean? Like, underground rap is just viral now." I'm like, "Yo, what I mean is that yes, I hear you. Underground has been always there, but now it's finally at its peak. Now it's finally up there. Now people actually take underground seriously because back then was just, it was there, but not many people actually knew there was a underground music. It was just few people that were really tapped in. But now we know there's Abu Kill Brady, there's these guys and all that. But back then we didn't actually know. Yeah, well, you had to be at a certain level or a certain environment to be exposed to that. But now we know, that's what I mean. So yeah, that's what's been happening. And one thing that I've realized is that I was looking at the university radio stations, like I feel like I don't know, man, but these radio stations, I feel like most of them they are more of politics than actually what they are, because what does it take for someone to be called to your radio? What does it take for someone to get an interview? Because even that, like the people that are handling that radio, who are these people? Because you find that these people from EFF, SASC, or whatsoever. So they tend to utilize and weaponize this public platform instead of saving for the people. And for me, that's like okay, that's why we have these platforms. I don't see myself working in such places. I rather have my own platform and speak whatever that I want to speak, because this is what I believe in. And because I personally want to voice out my opinions and my views the way I want to speak about it. So that's what has been happening on the weekly dose. Uh, we'll see you. I don't know, man, but I feel like for now. Oh, before I forget, Caesar, DJ Caesar was one of the Tonga artists that is one of the first Tonga artists to actually get 100K streams on the day of release. Bakujiki jiki mtawenena jingaro. That song is dope, dog. So yeah, for that, we need to clap hands for him. Like, congratulations. Yeah, keep it going, my G. Keep it going, keep it going. We see you, we see the movement. Okay, got time. So, nakhensa ku va mi fikile mi ta langutisa show ya mina. Se ku ta va ku ri makumu swo tala swi ta tikomba ka next episode and swi ta va kha swi tikomba ku hi ta va kha hi vulavula yini. Tanihiloko na n'wina kha mi swi tiva leswaku timhaka ti heli and then na mina ni kona ni ta mi havixela tona ni mi nyika hi ku tala. Hi nga chavi hi swin'we. Swi ta tikomba loko se hi kha hi ya mahlweni ka nongonoko wa ka ti-weekly dose. N'wina mi nga chavi mo fika ku fika Ravuntlhanu then mi fika laha ka ti-weekly dose hi ta va kha hi burisana. Inkomu.
Tanana, tanana, tanana.